The recognition by the Urban Land Institute of the Lifetime Achievement Award signifies the body of work of an individual who has transformed and made the South Florida community a better place.
I can't imagine any awardee that has had a longer and more lasting impact in Miami than Jonathan Tisch and the Tisch family.
John has an incredible ability to relate to people, to see them for who they are, and to make sure all of them feel part of a team.
And wherever he goes, whatever he does, he puts his whole self into it, and he creates success.
I think John in particular is deserving of this award because through his leadership and vision and creation of the Lowe's Miami Beach, he literally transformed South Florida tourism.
I think the Tisch family is a remarkable family. They're one of those iconic families in this country who have had generational success.
His family built and owned for many years the Americana Hotel in Belle Harbor, which was one of the most famous hotels in this area.
John spent a year of his childhood living in Miami Beach. In fact, many of his early work experiences were at the Americana Hotel, where he would work in the kitchen, he would work at the pool. He even had the opportunity to meet some incredible guests at the Americana Hotel.
I'm one of the lucky people because I got to know John in the early stages of his career when he decided to make the hotel business his career. John Tisch joined my team in Dallas at the Lowe's Anatole Hotel. And when John came to the industry, he was full of curiosity and energy and passion. He wanted to soak everything in, and he did. He worked as hard, if not harder, than any of the sales team. He started early and worked late.
When John and his family first expressed renewed interest in coming to Miami Beach, it wasn't the city that it is today. Ocean Drive was fun and funky. But outside of Ocean Drive and maybe a few other blocks, it was kind of dangerous and foreboding and not a place where you would think of investing for sure.
It was really in deplorable condition, a deplorable state. Everybody had written it off. Nobody was going to Miami Beach at the time. They were all flying over Miami Beach and they were going to the Caribbean.
Miami Beach was practically dead. And there hadn't been a new hotel done in a long time, so Miami Beach put out a request for proposals for a public-private partnership.
Why these projects are done is because the private sector does not have enough confidence to invest in an area. But the city, like the city of Miami Beach, has a vision of what the future can be and provides an incentive to the private investor to join with them in bringing about a great project.
So when this opportunity came about for a public-private partnership, John was all in and was willing to do whatever it took to regain that relationship that the family had with South Beach and Miami Beach.
So we had a lot of confidence in John and the Tisch family and the Lowe's Corporation, and that was an important factor. But there was an additional factor that actually probably sealed the deal.
At one of the planning meetings, John suggested to the other Lowe's executives that given Lowe's and the Tisch family history with the Americana decades before, that it would be terrific to have his mother come down and do person-on-the-street interviews about what it would mean for Lowe's hotels to return to the Miami Beach market. But he said, I came up with another idea. Instead of having my mother do the interviews, I will dress in drag and I will do the interviews.
As you can see, I'm standing on the steps of the original St. Moritz building, which you've told me is going to be renovated as part of the Lowe's Hotel plan to build an 800-room property on this site.
We'd made the first round and the second round, and this was the final round.
Jonathan's father was sitting next to me the first time he saw. Jonathan didn't tell him he was going to do that, and I had to hold him down. He didn't know what to make of it. He was the first few seconds. He was like,
"The rollerblader, big sport down here. Maybe we'll get him to stop." Excuse me. Whoa! I wish my son Johnny could do that. That was wonderful.
It was campy. It captured the essence of what South Beach was about at that time. We knew that John and the Tisch family got it, and that clinched the deal for them. He was so relatable. Everyone in the city felt like he was family. And that personal element gave us a lot of confidence that we were doing business with the right partner.
When the Loews Miami Beach Hotel opened up on Christmas Eve 1998, it was the first new luxury hotel to be built in the marketplace in some 30 years.
The Loews Miami Beach brought new energy and brought success to South Beach, which enabled other developers to bring their hotels there. And we created a sense of place, all of us together. And that changed the face of Miami Beach.
It was after the Loews Hotel came that the big money started to come to this city, and major investment was made into the major properties, such as revitalizing and expanding the Fontainebleau, the addition to the Eden Rock Hotel, the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, the W Hotel. All that came after the Loews, and in large measure because the Loews showed that it was safe to invest in Miami Beach and safe to create a really nice product.
There might not be a Miami Beach without John Tisch.
Jonathan is quite unique. And I think the most unique part of Jonathan is his civic service.
When we were first opening the Loews Miami Beach Hotel, we had a need to hire many new team members. This was at the time that there was a big push to hire former welfare recipients as well, and to give them a path to create a life for themselves and their families.
And John organized over 40 hotels to work with us to hire people who were on welfare, train them, and put them to work. And that's just indicative of the way John thinks. And he's done things like that elsewhere.
I think one of the things that John did to raise the bar is he showed everyone the importance of being involved beyond the hotels, with the community, with government, and how to be engaged and make a difference. He personally went to Bill Clinton and created the first White House Conference on Travel and Tourism. After 9/11, John was literally going around Capitol Hill to get the government to get people traveling again.
Because of John's inherent understanding of the importance of community and civic engagement, Tufts University came to him and asked him to endow what is now the Jonathan M. Tisch College of Civic Life.
Tisch, as we call it at Tufts, has had a profound impact not just on the university, not just encouraging its students and its alumni to be active, engaged public citizens, as John is, but also it's had an impact on so many other colleges and universities, which have now followed Tufts' lead.
He's created foundations for various associations to do learning and development of future leaders. John has his finger on the pulse, not just for Loews, but for the entire industry, for our future leaders.
One of the things that I believe makes John so effective with people is that while he takes his work and his responsibilities seriously, he doesn't take himself seriously.
Where I think John really excelled was when he decided that he wanted to go undercover as an undercover boss working at Loews Hotels. I think he truly found himself. John really was born to be a bellboy, and boy, did he do that job well.
He would do anything that showed fun, excitement, and reflected the personality really of Loews that he had created.
If anybody asked me what John Tisch's legacy would be, of course it's the hotels and the business, but I would say, what a great guy. What a really great guy that was able to play by the rules and achieve such a level of success. You don't often come across people like that.
Jonathan has an ability to look at what a place is going to be, not tomorrow, but what it can look like many years from now.
They've done it again with the creation of the beautiful Loews Hotel in downtown Coral Gables. Build something that's really nice, run it in a professional and excellent manner. You uplift the entire area.
I think John's legacy in South Florida is really simple. He had a vision. He knew how to bring the right people together, both from the city and from the industry and in construction to make that vision a reality. His legacy has really been a game changer for not only Miami Beach, but actually for the whole country.
He's touched the lives of literally thousands of people. I think he wants to make sure that everybody has a shot at the American dream.
I think John Tisch should be president of the United States.
It is incredibly meaningful to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award from the South Florida and Caribbean chapter of the Urban Land Institute. And for them to think of what I've tried to accomplish during my years in lodging is very special and means a lot to my wife, my kids, and myself. We have a lot of responsibility because we don't want to overuse and abuse our resources. Development today needs to be well thought out in terms of creating something special, but also preserving why you got to that particular location in the first place. And that's a bit of a challenge. And it falls on us in the real estate industry to keep that in mind every single day. You can dream, you can create, but also understand where we came from and how we can preserve all this for future generations. You have to take the time and educate elected officials about what we do for a living. We are a vehicle for job creation and economic development. Well thought out projects that help communities are at the cornerstone of what we do. And to move forward, working with an organization like ULI, thinking about the opportunities in a way that are communal can really make a difference. And it is essential for our elected officials to understand that. They need to support us in so many ways, whether it's at the local, state, or national level. The way to break through is to dream big and think of doing your business a little bit differently. And we all need to remind ourselves every single day that we're doing this journey together and just treat people with respect.
Jonathan, congratulations on this deserving award. I'm glad you're receiving it right here in Miami Beach.
You truly have lived a life already full of accomplishment and impact, and I couldn't think of anybody more deserving.
You've made such an impact on our industry, such an impact on Florida, but more important, you're a cherished and trusted friend.
Can't be more thrilled and happy. I'm almost a little emotional about the fact that you're getting this recognition for the kind of person that you are.
And thank you for transforming South Florida tourism.
We are better off because you have chosen to play with us in the hospitality world.